Welcome to BNEWS Weekly. I'm Phil Gallagher along with BNEWS Director Rich Hosford, BNEWS reporters Tad Stefanak, Robert Paris, and John Vias, Peter Brown with the weather, Gretchen Carey with Community Calendar, and Liz Gillespie with sports. Thank you for joining us. Burlington's annual May Town Meeting begins on Monday, May 10th, and there are a lot of things to cover in this mostly virtual event. The biggest thing town meeting members will have to consider is the fiscal year 22 operating budget. The proposed budget is approximately $152 million divided between the town, the school department, and accommodated accounts. In a report to town meeting, the Ways and Means Chairman Steve Warren explained that this year's budget process, like last year's, has been impacted by the effects of COVID-19. Due to the shutdown, the town is taking in less taxes from meals and hotels to the tune of about $8 million. They also state that if the companies shift to permanently working from home, that could mean offices could either shrink or close, which could lead to a decrease in property tax income in the long term as a result of lower valuations. However, Ways and Means states that the town financial leaders, department heads, and school officials have worked to stay within tighter than normal budget guidelines. The goal, which they met, was a blended increase of 3.25%, with the town government increasing by 3% and the school department budget increasing by 3.5%. Though a slightly lower increase in the operating budget than normal, Ways and Means says in their report that it's sufficient to maintain services residents are used to receiving at the same level. There are also a number of proposed capital projects town meeting will vote on. Some of the big ticket items from the town include $399,000 to replace a pickup truck, 2 dump trucks for the DPW, $200,000 for stream cleaning, and $100,000 for a pump station force main design. There is also $350,000 to replace the roof of the Burlington Library. Town meeting passed $220,000 in 2019 for this project, but the project was delayed until rooftop HVAC units were installed. In the intervening time, the plans have expanded because it was noted that new insulation and possibly a new skylight were needed as a result of new state regulations. In total, the project is estimated to cost $570,000, and the proposed $350,000 will be added to what was passed in 2019. The schools are proposing $1,239,000 in capital projects. The biggest coming in is $725,000 to fund the turf field and resurface the track at Burlington High School's varsity field. The next is $187,000 for insulation and weather stripping at Burlington High School and Marshall Simons Middle School. These projects include perimeter air sealing at the middle school and door and window weather stripping and pipe insulation at both schools. The third capital project is $272,000 for the purpose of replacing the intercom at Francis Wyman Elementary School. The last capital project is $55,000 for the installation of sanitary hygiene product dispensers district-wide in all school bathrooms. Town meeting begins Monday, May 10th, starting at 7:30 p.m. It will be held virtually with some members at the high school voting from classrooms. You can watch the entire meeting on our BCAT Government Facebook page and BCAT Government channel. 2 properties in Burlington, National Developments District and Piedmont Office Realty Trust 5 Wall Street, both won the Building Owners and Managers Association TOBY MAC Awards and will be competing in the upcoming international competition. BNEWS Director Rich Hosford spoke with representatives from both companies and has this look.
2 Burlington developers have won the Building Owner and Management Association, or BOMA's, prestigious TOBY MAC Real Estate Award in the Mid-Atlantic Conference, beating out projects in their respective categories from 11 different states. They are National Developments The District and Piedmont Office Realty Trust 5 Wall Street. They will now compete in an international competition that will be held this summer in Boston. It is a big achievement in the world of real estate and development, and quite rare for a town the size of Burlington to have 2 projects accomplish it.
I think it puts Burlington on the map again. As you know, we have, incredible hospital here. We have life sciences companies, tech companies. but it really shows that Burlington, is really above and beyond in many other categories as well.
National Development acquired New England Executive Park in 2013 and began the big project of developing it into the district we know today. They added numerous amenities, including a hotel, multiple restaurants, a gym, yoga studio, and upgraded the landscaping, among other additions. The goal, they said, was to make an environment that caters to both office workers and the community of Burlington and surrounding towns.
What you've got now is a very contemporary, active office park that basically has an amenity package second to none. We've really changed the atmosphere, but we've changed what people can do here as well. We had a saying, work, stay, play, and you can do that all here. You can work here, you can stay here, and you can play here.
Piedmont Office Realty Trust acquired 5 Wall Street in 2014. It is a publicly traded company with a presence in 7 major U.S. markets and owns over 1 million square feet in Burlington, including buildings on Wayside Road and Mall Road. As a company, they put an emphasis on tenant satisfaction, community outreach, and have multiple initiatives focused on reducing power and water consumption, and were one of only 69 organizations compared to thousands eligible to be named an Energy Star partner in the year 2021, all things that likely contributed to the win. Winning a TOBY MAC award is a big deal, but applying for one is also a big undertaking, with hundreds of pages of materials submitted in 10 categories for the judges to consider, and both were honored to have won.
Recognized as a TOBY winner is a tremendous honor for Piedmont, our tenants, our vendors, and the entire team here. Submitting the application was not something that was done on a whim. It was something that took a lot of hard work and planning over the course of several years. Really, we're just incredibly proud of the building team, and we are incredibly proud of how they bought into the program and made progress every day towards the goals that we set.
Really just a group effort. So it wasn't one person, it wasn't 2 people, it was a multitude of teams coming together to really develop this submission that we ultimately won on. So very proud of the win.
Yeah, it's a great achievement. It's something that not many people in real estate have the honor to take advantage of. It's a great way to not only learn about the building and the community, but you find ways to better yourself, to better the building, and hopefully to improve the real estate market here in Burlington, make it better for everyone else.
Finally, the leaders of each company said they were grateful to the efforts of their teams, both in regards to the award and their work all year round.
A lot of people don't recognize or realize how much goes into maintaining a building. And the local team here, from the building engineers to the cleaning staff, to management staff, the landscapers, snow removal company, right up through our tenant partnerships. It's something that takes a lot of work and coordination.
I think Alan Luccio, our senior property manager, have prided ourselves on the fact that we wanted to develop not just a team here, but a family atmosphere.
So team is everything. The team that we built here is exceptional. One of the funny things, we were all in a room together prior to the first award, and I said to this team, I don't need an award to tell me that I work with the best people in the business.
From the district and 5 Wall Street, I'm BNEWS Director Rich Osford.
Drivers for a popular grocery store chain with a Burlington location have announced a strike. Teamsters Local 340, which includes drivers to 76 Shaw's and Star Market locations in Massachusetts, are calling for a new contract and have decided not to make deliveries until negotiations progress. The union delivers dry goods, while produce and refrigerated items are handled by a separate facility. Joe Picone, business agent for Teamsters Local 340, said drivers feel it is a slap in the face to have worked hard during the pandemic to ensure the shelves were stocked and not share in the large profits the grocery stores saw during that time. He is also quoted as saying that nobody wants a strike. A spokesperson for Shaw's replied to BNews' request for comment by saying they are working to make the contract negotiations work and that they are negotiating with the union this week. The spokesperson added the company is working to ensure all products customers are looking for will be on the shelves. Our customers can be assured that throughout this process, we will continue to provide the unmatched customer service they have come to expect from Shaw's. We are prepared for this labor dispute and will continue to serve our stores with our regularly scheduled deliveries. And in late-breaking news, it appears a tentative agreement has been reached and a strike has been averted. The Middlesex District Attorney's Office in Woburn has adopted a brand new comfort dog in training named Bear. BNEWS reporter Robert Paris went to meet the four-legged helper and has this look.
Hey everyone, I'm BNEWS reporter Robert Paris, and we're here today at the Middlesex District Attorney Office here in Woburn, Massachusetts. Today is a special treat as we get to meet the DA's comfort dog, Bear. Over the years, BCAT has met a number of therapy dogs, including Scooter, Porter, Zest, and Moose. Now, the newest member of Middlesex County can be found at the District Attorney's Office in Woburn, and he's still in training. His name? Bear.
Bear is one of the newest additions to our office. We are hopeful that he will both be a comfort to people who come in to talk to us, often about things that are clearly very upsetting, very traumatic. The process is unsettling. And so it's hard not to be in a good mood when you have Bear playing and running around. So we think, and he's trained to be calm and a settling influence, and as well for our staff. So it was kind of a long process. We had a breeder who was willing to donate Bear to us. He went through some training before he left the breeder, and then he'll be going through continued training for a pretty long stretch of time.
Bear is a fun-loving canine who has already been melting the hearts of the employees inside the office.
I love dogs, so I just think it lightens the mood a little bit. He's just sort of a calming presence, as you can see. He's a pretty quiet dog who just is happy to be with people, very social, and I think it's just going to be a great asset for us in our work.
With the DA's office always dealing with crises around the Commonwealth, they believe Bear will bring comfort to everyone who meets him.
As I always say, people usually interact with our office when something has gone badly. And I hope that Bear will be a little message of cheer in all of that.
Well, that was a fun time here we had at the Middlesex District Attorney Office here in Woburn. I'm Robert Paris for BNews.
The Burlington 4th of July Committee has announced that they're planning a rolling rally for July 4th, 2021. Foregoing the traditional parade in 2020 for obvious reasons, the rebounding event is set to honor healthcare workers, first responders, essential employees, community groups, and everyone who helped keep us safe during the pandemic. Committee member and Selectman Mike Runyon said that although many logistics need to be worked out, the plans are well underway. He said the route will be from Pine Glen School to Marshall Simons, and all participants will be required to be in or on a motorized vehicle. Runyon noted they are hopeful to have some of the customary 4th of July parade accoutrements along with police, fire, and ambulance vehicles. Spectators will be invited to convey their appreciation and gratitude for healthcare and essential workers. The Burlington 4th of July Committee is still in the process of organizing and planning the event, so stay tuned to BCAT and visit bcattv.org for details as they become available. Help honor Burlington's deceased veterans and help the town get ready to honor all of our nation's fallen heroes on Memorial Day. Burlington Office of Veteran Services is seeking volunteers to help place flags on the graves of veterans for the Memorial Day observation. Veterans Services Director Chris Hannafin said every city and town across Massachusetts replaces all of the American flags at the veterans' graves, and it's a tradition that goes back decades. Volunteers are asked to gather at Chestnut Hill Cemetery and Pine Haven Cemetery on Bedford Street at 3:30 p.m. on Tuesday, May 18th. The rain date is Thursday, May 20th, to help with flag placement and the removal of old flags that will be designated for proper disposal. There's no need to RSVP. Anyone can just show up and lend a hand. If you get a chance, you might go to the Common and take a look at the World War II, World War I and World War II memorials and take note of the number of veterans that Burlington lost from 1914 to 1918. When you consider Burlington, a sleepy little hamlet, lost over 30 of Burlington's boys during that war. The Friends of the Burlington Public Library have collaborated with the Burlington Mall to provide an interactive story walk around the village for kids and parents. BNews reporter John Vias went to check it out and has this report.
The Burlington Mall has a new story and stroll experience for readers of all ages. A collaboration between the mall, the Friends of the Burlington Public Library, and the library itself. The Story Walk is an interactive way for kids and parents to enjoy a story and walk at the same time.
It came from the idea of seeing it in a local newspaper. I read where one of the other communities were offering Story Walk, and I immediately thought, what a great idea for the village at Burlington Mall. And I called the Burlington Public Library. Mike picked up the phone, and I think within a week we had our first conference call, our Zoom conference call, and we talked about what a great partnership this would be for the community to promote literacy here at the village at Burlington Mall.
Set up around the village where Cafe Nero is located, laminated pages from children's books are displayed on special posts along the popular Middlesex Turnpike sidewalk.
So Story Walk is a marriage of literacy as well as movement at the same time. So what we have is a different station at each stop with a different page of the book throughout at each area. So they'll be able to read a complete book from where they start, which is right at the beginning of Cafe Nero, through around the corner to the very end. They'll be able to complete the book.
New illustrations and words will come to life as a new book is set to be introduced each month, starting with Margaret Reed McDonald's The Boy from the Dragon Palace.
And this is just the beginning of the partnership with the library and the Friends of Burlington Public Library. We have a lot more ideas in store, and we'll continue to work together on those ideas to promote literacy.
And the Friends of the Burlington Public Library are always looking for new ways to share their love for literature and imagination with the community through public events and displays such as the Story Walk.
So Mike came to us and said we have this great opportunity to bring literacy into the community at the Burlington Mall. People love to attend the Burlington Mall. It's a new way to attract them to the library and reading. And they needed funding for the signs that had to go up and to be able to put new and different stories up every month. We instantly said, yes, this is our job, this is our goal. We wholeheartedly support it, and we have helped fund it. We solicit membership through the library website. A $10 individual membership can get you involved just by supporting the library, and then we need volunteers at all of our events. We host a book sale twice a year. We do other fundraising things. We're always looking for people to bake at our programs in the evening. We offer snacks during our evening programs at the library. So we can use bakers, we can use people to come staff our book sales or any other project that we have going on.
I hope that it's an interesting way for them to experience a story. You know, children will be able to read the story to their parents if they want. The parents can read the story to their children. It can either be a time for sharing or a time for children to expand on their literacy.
From the village at the Burlington Mall, this is John Vias for BNEWS Weekly.
The Middlesex Sheriff's Office has employed a unique way to monitor the inmate population for signs of coronavirus through the sewer system. The Middlesex Jail and House of Correction has become the first county correctional facility in the nation to partner with Cambridge-based BioBot Analytics to monitor and identify the presence of COVID-19 in wastewater. This according to Middlesex Sheriff Peter J. Katusian, who announced that on Tuesday. According to the release, sewage contains valuable information on human health because viruses, bacteria, and chemical metabolites are excreted in urine and stool. Through wastewater epidemiology, BioBot Analytics uses the data present in wastewater to gain valuable insights that shape the health of communities. Throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, BioBot has worked with communities across North America to measure SARS, COVID-2, and trends in sewage. Because of the early onset of viral shedding, wastewater data has been shown to be a reliable leading indicator of COVID-19 cases. This allows officials to make more informed decisions on a jurisdiction-by-jurisdiction basis. The initial 4 weeks of samples collected at the Middlesex Jail have shown levels of COVID in wastewater that have been consistent with the results of direct testing involving incarcerated individuals. The most recent 2 samples analyzed by BioBot found no detected COVID-19. That finding is in line with the results of COVID-19 testing conducted on 54 incarcerated individuals that showed 0 positive cases. Samples are being collected weekly for 26 weeks, utilizing an automated sampler, thank God, that has been installed at the Middlesex Jail and House of Correction. MSO staff will deliver samples directly to BioBot, reducing shipping time and allowing the office to receive results sooner. As part of the testing, the MSO has also opted into BioBot's variant detection program, with any positive samples further examined for the presence of the variant first detected in the UK. Future uses for the BioBot technology at the Middlesex Jail could include facility-level monitoring for areas ranging from opioids to infectious diseases and influenza. With the kids heading back to school full-time and work life set in motion, those hectic mornings are back. We spoke to nutrition expert at Lifetime Fitness to provide some healthy breakfast habits for heading out the door or fueling up for work at home.
Normal temperature.
I am the cafe manager at the new club opening up in Peabody. But today I'm going to be in Burlington here making you a delicious shake. Great way to start your day. We're going to do a little bit of coconut milk and help with your weight control. And it also helps your immune system. Then we're going to put some spinach and yogurt in there for some protein. A couple of fruits that are going to help out balance your blood sugars and really start your day off with that pow. So a little coconut milk. Then we're going to throw some ice in there. A little strawberry. A little blueberry. Antioxidants, very rich. A little bit of spinach. The yogurt, give me that protein. And then we're going to top it off with some vanilla whey protein. There you go, and that blends up. There you do a lid. And then you give them a straw. That's got everything you need to get your day going right there. And right here, this is a California frittata. So what this is, it has bacon, cheese, the eggs, and then avocado. So it's a great mix of protein, especially with the eggs, with the omega-3s, and that'll keep you full up till lunch to really stem that appetite, but keep you ready to go. And then the avocados are great healthy fats, like the perfect food. This is all available at the Life Cafe. You do not have to be a member to come to the Life Cafe. But you can also make this at home if you wanted to like pre-make these ahead of the week, and then you can just heat them up through the week for an easy, quick breakfast on your way out.
The 2021 spring sports season has begun and a handful of games have been played. For a look at the action, we go now to BNEWS sports reporter Liz Gillespie for this week's sports report.
Hey everyone, I'm Liz Gillespie and this is your weekly sports report. Spring sports have begun at Burlington High School and we have the scoop on how the first games of the season turned out. Girls varsity tennis started their season with an away matchup against the Wilmington Wildcats on Thursday, May 6th. The team finished the game with a 5-0 win. Girls singles winners were Casey Pastizzi, Haley Doiron, and yours truly. Doubles games winners were Annabelle Willie and Sam Matai, as well as Shannon Joyce and Valerie Kinn. Burlington starts the season with a 1-0 record and will face the Wildcats again on Saturday, May 8th at Rohannes Park. Burlington boys varsity tennis had their home opener against the Wilmington Wildcats on Thursday, May 6th at Rohannes Park. The Red Devils lost by 1 point in the 2-3 defeat. Burlington drops to 0-1 on the season and will face the Wildcats again in Wilmington on Saturday, May 8th. Both the outdoor track teams started their season on the road in Wilmington to face the Wildcats. Girls varsity lost by a score of 87-49, while the boys defeated Wilmington with a final score of 91-45. The girls drop to 0-1 and the boys start off at 1-0. The teams will have their home opener on Tuesday, May 11th at 4 p.m. against the Stoneham Spartans at BHS. This meet will be live streamed on the BCAT TV Facebook page. Girls varsity lacrosse traveled to Wilmington to take on the Wildcats on Thursday, May 6th at WHS. The girls defeated the Wildcats with a 13-2 victory. Burlington moves to 1-0 on the season and will face the Wildcats again on Saturday, May 8th at the Burlington High School varsity field. This game will be live streamed on the BCAT TV Facebook page at 10 a.m. Boys lacrosse kicked off their season with a home opener against the Wilmington Wildcats on Thursday, May 6th at the Burlington High School varsity field, and we have some highlights.
It was a gorgeous day for the Burlington boys lacrosse team as they faced the Wilmington Wildcats in their home opener at varsity field. Let's see what happened. In the first half, the Red Devils scored 6 goals. The Wildcats had 1. Halftime score was 6-1, Burlington. Now in the second half, Burlington scored an additional 5 points, and Wilmington with 3. Final score in this one was 11-4, Burlington.
Burlington starts the season off strong 1-0 and will face the Wildcats again on Saturday, May 8th in Wilmington. Red Devil Baseball had their home opener against the Wilmington Wildcats on Thursday, May 6th at Francis Wyman. Let's check out those highlights.
Red Devil Baseball had their home opener against the Wilmington Wildcats on Thursday, May 6th on the sunny Francis Wyman baseball field. Let's head to the diamond. In the top and bottom of the first, the Wildcats and Red Devils each scored 2-2.
Line drive straight to second for another run and 2 outs.
At the end of the bottom of the first, it was 2-2. Things took a drastic turn for Burlington as the Wildcats scored 1 each in the second and third. Two in the fourth.
Line drive down to second, and it is now 5-2.
3 in the fifth. And 1 in the sixth. There goes Wilmington. That looks to be 10-2. The final in the game was 10-2 Wilmington.
Burlington drops to 0-1 on the season and will face the Wildcats again on Saturday, May 8th in Wilmington. Girls varsity softball traveled to Wilmington for their season opener against the Wildcats on Thursday, May 6th. The Red Devils outscored their opponent with a victory of 11-1. Burlington starts the season off at 1-0 and will face the Wildcats again in their home opener on Saturday, May 8th at Marvin Field. Boys wrestling will have their home opener on Tuesday, May 11th at Burlington High School at 6 p.m. against the Lexington Minutemen. This meet will be live streamed on the BCAT TV Facebook page. Boys swimming will begin their season on Saturday, May 8th against Winchester at the North Suburban YMCA in Woburn. For more Red Devil action, go to the BNEWS Sports section at bcattv.org and check out our Twitter page at BNewsSports. And that's all for your weekly sports report. I'm Liz Gillespie, back to you guys in the studio.
It's been a shaky start to spring this year, with some days feeling more like February than May. I can tell you that from the golf course. To see what's in store for the week ahead, we go now to BNews weatherman Peter Brown for the latest forecast. We'll also check out the community calendar with Gretchen Carey to see what's happening in Burlington.
Well, hello everyone, this is Peter Brown. Look at your weather for the next 7 days. Here we are heading into and looking towards the middle of May already. I know it's hard to believe that we're only actually about a little over 4 weeks away from the official start of summer, so that's some exciting news. However, what's not going to be so exciting, unfortunately, is going to be the temperatures in our 7-day period coming up. Now, starting out at this time of the year here in the first parts of May, we're supposed to be seeing our temperatures in the mid and upper 60s, and we're going to be starting out our period on Friday. Pretty chilly out there, only in the probably mid-50s. I wouldn't be surprised to see our temperatures not climb out of the low 50s as we have some cloudy skies and damp conditions out there. Now, as we head towards the end of the period, we should be seeing our temperatures at this time of year creeping up towards near 70, and unfortunately, it doesn't look like we're going to be anywhere near that as we round out the week. Now, of course, again, the only thing that really assures us that we actually are in spring is how long the days are. We're actually getting close to those sunsets being at 8 o'clock, so that's at least some good news. Now, as we go ahead, let's take a look at what the Climate Prediction Center is calling for us here in the Burlington area in terms of temperatures and precipitation. And this first map looking at temperatures is kind of a sad one for us to look at. We're expecting temperatures to be at or slightly below average, and actually a fairly good chance of that, and that is definitely going to be reflected in our 7-day forecast in a few moments. As we move ahead and take a look at our rainfall chances, again, looks like we're expecting a little bit above average precipitation, which is good as we still have some drought conditions out there in the Burlington area and across most of southern New England, but unfortunately that rain is going to be coming with some very cool weather for the beginning of May. Now as we go on, let's take a look at those 7 days of weather coming up here for us in the Burlington area. And again, starting out our period on Friday, there's going to be some breaks of sun. Also, you're going to have to dodge some showers, and you're going to have a pretty heavy sweater or a jacket on you. As temperatures are only going to be, again, like I said, in the mid-50s. I wouldn't be surprised for us not to be able to get out of those upper 40s until later in the afternoon. In fact, as we go into the overnight Friday into Saturday, we're going to be missing what could be actually a fairly good-sized snowstorm in far eastern Maine. So there's going to be some really cold air coming down on the side of a storm that's passing by to our south. And if you are heading that way, please be prepared for maybe some accumulating snow. Not going to be happening in our area, but again, our temperatures of this time of the year are pretty chilly as we head into the weekend. Again, that's repeated as we start out the work week. Looks like we have a little bit milder conditions here as we head into the Monday time. And again, temperatures about average. But again, as we get into Tuesday, the showers are going to come back. Temperatures are going to go back down to the 50s. And it looks like it's going to be staying there in the 50s to maybe up into maybe the low 60s as we head out to the end of the period. So everyone, unfortunately, keep bundled up there, enjoy the week, and enjoy the weather.
Hey everyone, I'm Gretchen Carey, and this is your community calendar. Take a look at the birds. On Friday, May 14th through Saturday, May 15th, the Mass Audubon will be having an event called Birdathon. For more information and to sign up, go to web.massaudubon.org. Grab your fishing rod and get ready to cast it into the water. On Saturday, May 15th, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., Burlington Parks and Recreation Department will be having an event called the Family Fishing Festival. To register, go to burlingtonrecreation.org or call 781-270-1695. It is time to show off your gardens. The Burlington Garden Club is having another garden contest for Burlington residents. Photos of your garden must be received no later than Friday, May 28th. Applications will not be completed until photos are received. For more information, go to burlingtonrecreation.org. I'm Gretchen Carey, and that was your community calendar.
Another week, another photo to highlight. This week's photo shows that sometimes it pays to get up early and out. It was sent in by Puha Singla and shows a beautiful sunrise she captured at 5:30 a.m. during a morning in late April in Burlington. She said it was beginning the rays of hope, a sign of a new beginning. Thank you for the photo, Puha. We'd like to see your photos. They could be of your spring activities, a family trip, or just everyday moments, whatever you think is interesting and would like to share. Email your photos to bcat@bcattv.org with the subject line Photo of the Week. Okay, that's it from the news desk here at BNEWS Weekly. I'm Phil Gallagher along with Rich Hosford, Tat Stefanak, Robert Paris, John Vias, Peter Brown, Gretchen Carey, and Liz Gillespie. Thank you for joining us.